And good evening, ladies and gentlemen of League Zero, and welcome to the first set of matches for the Intermediate Division, first set of matches for Season 3 in general. Going to be starting off a little bit slow here as I will be your colorcaster as well as the lobby host as well as the streamer. I'm joined by the play-by-play caster tonight, Volcanar.
Hello, hello.
Volcanar, if you taking the stage for a minute while I get the lobby stuff set up because they are yelling at me in chat.
Yes, also keep in mind Baby Teen needs to change his profile pic. Maybe.
Yeah, that as well. I'm working my way there. But yeah, we have Obligation versus the Bench. I don't know if we said that one. Obligation did win the coin flip, and they actually did opt to play Nepal. So let me just get that on the map screen here. You can see on the bottom, it is now grayed out. Fancy new streamer setup, thanks to Pendy and Jepic in particular. They put in a lot of time for that. Okay, anyways,
it is.
Looks like okay, Obligation is our.
There we go.
The Obligation is extremely talkative. You're probably going to be seeing that quite a bit.
Yeah. And
but,
we actually,
anyways.
What else we see is some familiar names on Obligation to League Zero.
A ton of veterans.
Pichu, Sloth, Domination,
Ben.
Kizgo is
Kizgo's the manager. He's not a player.
Managers, but he's still a familiar face to League Zero as a whole. So yeah, definitely a lot of familiar faces.
Okay, well, I was about to say we got to check if the bench is ready because Obligation gave their R's. So
right. All right, and that means we're getting into it, I think, really quickly. Benched, bunch of new names on this team. Does have Sebs as the coach, so we'll have to look to see what this team can bring.
Yeah, definitely. I am very interested to see. The bench obviously has quite a bit to prove here, as they are a brand new team for the most part. I mean, really, the only familiar face in terms of League Zero is Panera Benigni, who really didn't get that much playtime on High Society last season, but nevertheless, he is a veteran. He did perform rather well for the game or so that he played. Ceased is another familiar face in terms of Flux Cup. So anyone who is from the upper levels of Flux will recognize that.
And I believe I've heard Ceased's name somewhere else as well. I can't remember. Is he collegiate as well?
I don't know. I don't think he's that old, but he is probably... We might need a pause, as you can see.
Right.
But I'm going to wait for them to actually call pause. Okay, they are good. Yeah, that's why I wait for the actual pause call to be made. Looks like we're going to be seeing some brawl here. Some Pharah Mercy coming out from Obligation. Sloth being known for his Pharah in seasons past. Already getting incredibly far ahead. Poking up on the high ground there, but everyone is just kind of setting up.
And Zarya Ryan for both teams as well.
Yep. Already we have the bench taking an early stance onto the point. Looks like the fight's going to start breaking out.
Yeah, it can be dangerous with the Pharah though, as Sloth's just popping in shots, but Domination is the one who goes low first.
Oh, and Panera dies to Sloth.
He does. Sloth does get the poke down onto Panera, and he's still just in this back line. Seems like most of the bench are just ignoring him, kind of.
Pichu just got lasered. Sloth still finding more kills.
Sloth still in the back line, and he just took out both supports.
They have no supports.
Pichu, but does that matter at this point?
Well, I mean, the Obligation has to get onto the point, which they kind of are finally. Okay, now
we're
gonna start.
So finally they get a point, but 28%, still 28%.
Yeah, that's a little bit awkward there. Probably just some first game jitters, Domination, Sloth, Pichu. All these players are veterans, but they haven't really been playing since season 1.
Right.
So, whereas Squirrel Ben at least got a little bit more playtime. Already you have quite a few ultimates coming in line for Obligation, however, so I'd almost expect them. Oh, early barrage!
Channel barrage! It's devastating. Sloth. You can't do anything about that.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That's just an easy, quick team fight win. Not even a team fight win, just...
That was just a win, period. That was beautiful.
Right.
2 ults, in and out. already beating the competition in terms of control percentage, and it's worth noting that, you know, they had to swap off the sim. They're taking a lot of damage to the benches. Oh,
Right.
no!
Down early though, and
Oh, feature too! Nice pick
so
there.
both takes down for obligation.
Get on point, they need to touch it. Okay, they do actually take
They
out.
do touch.
They give it
So
up!
no free.
Why?
The only person standing on it is Domination. He just got back. So, again, just kind of not paying attention
Dragons
to the
already.
point and to everything else.
C-Team is impossibly high charge right now. Already has grab. Tosses it in! Oh,
Yeah,
no!
it's gonna get everyone plus the Reaper Death Blossom kind of gets
Pussies.
canceled out.
He got shielded. I feel bad for him. It was a really good attempt.
Plus Bubbles.
What is happening
And
right
then,
now?
like, okay, Pichu's nanoed, so with only supports left, I think Bench is just gonna stall this as long as they can,
Panera.
but they will eventually lose.
Yeah,
That
Panera
was
tried to
just-
stall.
An absolutely chaotic fight right there.
Yeah, so I gotta say that, like, the DPS fight in terms of these teams is going a little bit back and forth. You know, they're both finding their opportunities and taking advantage. However, Sloth is just kind of going uncontested on the Pharah right now. But the tanks on the bench seem to be getting a little bit more value out of their kits, particularly C-Team is significantly higher charge. Oh,
And Sloth
Another-
again, another barrage!
oh
Not even
no.
nanoed.
Sloth.
Get the 4K.
They forgot about the Pharah. Death from above.
Well, I don't know if they forgot, other than they're just not dealing with it. Because look, they changed the Symmetra to a McCree, which is a counter to Pharah, and then they changed to a Sombra as well.
I don't even know if they can touch. They have plenty of ultimates. I guess Cease might
Cease
be
will be able to touch. Cease will be able to touch.
Oh, beautiful
And
grab
then will
coming
keep
in.
everyone else. Cease, you have to touch the point.
Oh, okay. That's come in. High Noon coming in as well. He finds.
Oh, that's huge! Plus the shatter.
Okay.
Tiny shatter. Panera taking care of Pichu on the side, and that's a team kill.
Bencher's still in this. Oh, okay. Well,
Chasing down Squirrel Ben, almost forget to cap the point, but they do get there eventually.
Panera's having a little bit of a rough match here as he keeps dying first in a lot of these fights, particularly to Sloth. But I mean, for the most part, it's okay if you can pull that off. But of course, now they don't have any
Right.
ultimates, and Obligation
a-
has so many. This is gonna be
it's a-
rough.
First game jitters for both of these teams as
Definitely.
Obligation coming in on this left side here. Squirrel Ben's got Hunter Wall, and he's going to use it.
Oh no, Don.
And Pivot charges straight into it. That is a little bit questionable.
Well, it was either that or, you know, the Obligation's entire team, so.
Yeah, I guess. Obligation does swap the point back. Zarya is nanoed and supercharged.
Obligatory shatter to close out the round.
Shatter. Yeah, at that point
Fun.
you're facing a nano Zarya. Ryan's got shatter. Sloth almost has another barrage. You're not changing anything there.
Yeah, no, I think the bench had some good moments there, as quite obviously they brought it to 99, but it was just a little bit too much of not answering Obligation's DPS line, particularly Sloth. I mean, Squirrel Ben, of course, was getting huge picks left and right, but Sloth was the one who was, like, bullying the supports on the bench.
Right. And
I-
that makes me wonder, as we see Sloth change off of the Pharah, but it makes me wonder if they wanted to keep that on.
interesting composition coming out.
What
of
it is?
Operation. Super Monkey Ball, which I mean, the meta is technically dive, and they are playing dive, but they're gonna get punished a lot by basically everything that the bench has.
You don't have any consistent damage mitigation here.
Yeah, and I mean, Empty Grin is gonna have a field day with Pichu. Cease is just gonna destroy Domination, in theory, mind you. Oh, but C-Team gets incredibly low and immediately gets melted.
He's going to live, though. His team doing an excellent job killing for him. It cost Empty Grin his life. And now, with nothing else really to do, everyone's on point.
C-Team still alive?
How is C-Team still alive? He just punched Sloth.
He got his mech back!
Okay, excellent job from C-Team and the rest of his team keeping him safe, but I don't think it'll matter at this point. Pivot gets knocked off, and with so many other people falling, Obligation have a 4v2 advantage on point. The Sombra gets slept.
Empty Grin is
Does
back
not
to
get
stall,
flipped.
but
Sloth misses everything
yeah,
onto a slept Sombra.
a good stall, but you gotta
It
regroup
is.
at some point. Honestly,
Again, at that point, you're stalling, but you don't have the point in the first place.
yeah, and an all-on. Oh, that's massive.
Ceased.
The bench just has to back out there. So the thing with Super Monkey Ball that Obligation is running is that it really relies on this chaos, and they're doing such a good job of just instilling chaos. They have 6 ultimates as well. So like they were able to do that much damage with no ults thus far. And,
Right.
There
and
you go. Yep.
Easy start. Nano plus Dragons going to force the rest of the team away from C Team. He's not going to survive this time, as the rest of his team forced to back out from the Dragons.
And in the back
And that's
line,
the fight.
Sloth is just harassing the backline. Of course, it looks like Ceased might go for a cheeky hack here, but
Well, he has EMP, so
yeah, it
we'll
looks
see
like he'll
whether
think better of it.
he chooses to use the EMP or the hack.
Seems a
He's
little
in the
bit
middle.
split right now, but they are starting to
Positioning. 4-man EMP, but he doesn't get Baby T. That is one of the most important players you could have gotten.
Yep,
Silvertail and C Team.
Squirrel Bend finding picks.
Yeah,
Stop.
just left and right. This DPS line is just isolating people and taking one-on-ones.
This is looking a lot more one-sided than the first round. I think Obligation woke up and are starting to look rather dominant here, as they still have 2 ultimates online, and most of the bench doesn't even have their first ults yet. They've swapped too much.
Right. Empty Grin, 96%, but that's his first one. Squirrel Bend has 2, and they just
Really?
pop a
Yeah.
nano onto the Winston for no reason.
Each are just doing an insane amount of cleave damage. Baby finds a pick on the Cease. That's not what I was expecting to see, but it works nonetheless.
And then you look, Basket will fall. Here comes the Reaper
Ooh.
ultimate. But
Oh,
wow,
Pichu.
it does take 2. He falls off the map in the end because of domination, but I think
It's time to
the
give it up.
bench might have this point. They will.
Yeah, no, they have this point. There's no contesting that. They have 99 to 0. It's okay to back up. You know, it's
Yes.
fine. You're allowed to.
Of course.
You're allowed to back up. Towards the
Nice.
end of the fight, there, C Team did
Wait,
actually
did
eat
they
Sloth's
eat?
pulse bomb. So
Okay, I thought
it was a really nice eat as well. It was a nice little flick there. Didn't catch
Team,
first
of
person
course, jumping off the
perspective,
map.
but
GT jumping off the map in order to get his mech back.
yeah, that's pretty standard. He'll keep his.
Oh,
bomb
because of
charged.
that, though, the rest of his team backs up, and now you have a fight where both teams are on point.
Pichu is jumping
let's
into Wisdom
start it
causing
off.
a lot of chaos. Silvertail's already finding
Isn't it?
one.
I don't know how he didn't die there. He was antied and receiving no healing because the coalesce. He was antied and just didn't die.
Yep,
And that'll
Sloth
be-
just resets.
That'll be
It's-
obligation just losing
Oh.
that fight.
Oh. You do
And
have a automatic pause here. Let me get out my stopwatch. Yep, so they got 5 minutes. That's okay. No, Kisco, you are not allowed to coach during a pause.
believe not.
You would forfeit the map. so don't do that.
Don't think you want that yet.
I'll just try. Well, I mean, in the meantime, looks like Panera is back.
Panini is back.
Okay,
The
the bench is
team-
ready. We're just waiting on obligation to
Right.
VR.
And of course, that's just going to happen every once in a while as we are online. Bench is ready.
Okay, 'cause-
Kuku
okay,
says
they're
that
all set.
application is ready, so we are coming back in 5 seconds.
Yep. And anyways, it looks like obligation is going to have a massive ult advantage coming into. Keep in mind, they only need one more good fight. They need a clean fight, which might be a little bit difficult, especially since.
I don't know if I liked how Cease is playing this. He does get out, but
He's trying to build up for
I-
EMP early on for the next fight.
yeah.
Oh!
Excellent
Oh.
hack right there, but the dragons come out, deal so much damage, and that could just be it right there.
Oh,
We'll see
no.
how this bomb does. Excellent job from Squirrel Bend jumping up the side and then climbing back up. And
Yeah,
the
he almost
rest
gets booped off again, but obligation
Does not matter.
Oh, see.
Pichu is primal.
Oh,
Just emoting as primal. Not much this team can
and
do.
that's gonna be map 1's obligation. Rather dominant there.
Yes, very dominant. C-Team actually almost got back to that point, too.
Yeah. Very close. Obviously, Sloth will get the play of the game there. Just a little bit dominant, you know.
This was the one where he didn't even need the...
Oh, but there, you could see him lagging behind there. Beautiful.
Yeah. And so I think, right, what we saw was just Panera getting caught out a little bit too much, and the chaos composition of obligation kind of just being a little bit too chaotic for the bench to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like obligation, once they got their feet underneath them, they started to actually perform well, I guess. They played like a team.
Right, and again, both these teams probably first match jitters. We'll see. As Pichu having a lot of fun playing the Winston, it seems.
All right, let me just upgrade this. Is
okay, he must have joined mid-match.
For Nepal. Oh, let me get the picture as well. Nepal. Boom. We got this. We're getting there.
And Mr. Wolf is blue. We have a full lobby now.
Alright.
So, and I wonder if this will cause obligation to make any changes to their roster, because they wanted Trigger earlier, but he wasn't here.
Yeah. So let's see. We do have. Let's see. The map picks are. Volskaya, Anubis, and Hanamura.
I mean, Basket and Baby both played very well on their support roles. I mean, it is something we kind of, in every Overwatch tournament you kind of hear, but if you're not talking about the supports, they're doing their jobs well.
Yeah, in all honesty, of course, at the highest level of play, the supports really do need to be popping off and do need to be noticed, but we're nowhere near that level. We're talking like Overwatch League level. The bench do pick Volskaya.
I mean, okay, and subs. So yes, the obligation is substituting. As you mentioned, Trigger Happy's probably going to come in. But yeah, definitely. I forget who the Lucio was on obligation, but they did an excellent job on the second map of making sure to avoid the EMP. The one time
that would be
Steve's got to use it.
Baby.
I believe it was Baby.
Yeah. Supposed to be main support, then flex support. Okay, anyways, we got Wolf for Sloth.
And Kai for Pichu.
Kai for Pichu. Okay. Interesting.
I mean, this
used to be a main tank.
Yeah, this could be anything as simple as they want to play like a Reinhardt Wrecking Baller, or maybe even a Zarya.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Although I do know Kai has been practicing a lot of off tank since Season 1 is when he was most known for main tank. I think he was technically on a few Season 2, but didn't really get any playtime. Mr. Wolf, of course, being a player for Overcharged towards the end. Wolf, whoops. Yep, scroll back. Sloth.
Yeah, Wolf for Sloth. Okay, there we go.
Alright. Alright, teams are in fact ready.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be this.
And we will see
Traveling to Volskaya Industries.
Volskaya. What do these teams got for us this time? Are we going to see some double sniper? Are we going to see Zarya in her homeland? This will be Good chance to find out what else these teams have for us.
Yep, definitely. I would say possibly some Pharah, but Sloth was subbed out, and I don't believe Mr. Wolf nor Squirrel Ben are players. From what I've seen, Mr. Wolf is more stereotypical hit scan. Squirrel Ben is sort of a flex DPS, but he's more of a specialist from what I've seen. Hanzo is more prevalence picks. Basket actually...
Yeah,
on the
domination is
Baptiste.
taking a little bit to get in again.
If they do need pause, that's fine, because they do have
You'll
5
have to
minutes
pause
per...
earlier because probably need to give him time to get to point.
He's
Oh,
up.
he's here.
Wait.
Ooh.
What is this tank line coming out from Obligation? I feel
Listen, I
like,
like this tank line.
I'm not sure if I do, because these are 2 off tanks that have been heavily nerfed recently. Sigma is normally considered a throw pick, so I'm not sure what exactly is happening there.
What about the Sigma nerfs?
And then
Kind of
Hog
see,
is just Roadhog right now, so...
right. We do kind of see the double sniper coming in from Obligation, though.
Yeah. Surprised they're not running a Widowmaker, but I guess they're looking for more consistent damage on the Ashe as well with the Dynamite. Although the Dynamite was nerfed recently, so not as
Just a little bit.
as much of a must pick as you
Right.
expect, but it might just be a comfort. So it's
And
really just a lot of poke
I-
damage.
I am a little bit confused about on Empty Grin. Here comes
Oh.
C-Team, just C-Team and Pivot charging straight in, no fear.
Oh,
Maybe you should have a little bit of fear. C-Team and
Squirrel Ben.
Max Cease is down, but
Oh, okay, Squirrel Ben.
nothing coming in.
Yeah, no, this
And
is why
C-Team's gonna get staggered.
Squirrel Ben is known as a
Oh, is
pretty
he gonna
good
get
hunter.
slapped?
No.
Okay,
Oh, nice. So I'm surprised that worked. You know, there's a lot of damage going for Obligation, particularly poke damage with the 2 snipers, obviously. But then the two off tanks that they have are also pretty damage heavy. Roadhog just slightly nerfed, but still basically a DPS. You know, so
Right.
of course Obligation is pretty far ahead in the ult economy. Not sure. Really
Well,
far ahead of his team.
Obligation is up top.
Oh,
Oh, he
oh,
DC'd, I think.
Oh.
Because
Yeah,
I
that-
saw him bouncing in a corner, so
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yep.
Oh, this is unfortunate. Yeah, I was gonna say, because he was just kind of like waltzing forward, and it wasn't really a rotation. It was just,
Right.
it was just like, hey, the Lucio's walking in front of his team, so that's awkward. But
So this will be interesting. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see if this happens again this game.
yeah,
I wonder
it's-
if bench will choose to substitute someone in for.
well, they can't
for-
this map,
Yeah.
but they can for
That's
the next map.
right. Right, they can't sub to this map. They can't fix it this map of next map.
Waiting to bring it over to the map pool screen so you have something more aesthetically pleasing to look at than a big paused. Yeah, can see
I mean,
that.
I've got a Sombra on my screen, so I'm a little bit.
I'm just free cam specking. They do have 4 minutes remaining.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he is back. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to lose my mind, says Panera. Um,
I mean, I would too, because doesn't your ult charge get reset now?
yep, and there is no way that he is going to keep up with Kai and his flux, which is, of course, what he would want to be keeping up with for this. So that's going to be rough. You know, that's basically a free
And-
flux for Kai.
Yeah, I was about to say, I believe he's back in spawn, so he won't be here with the rest of his team for this push. As C-Team just gets pulled off the high ground, he'll go down. Coalescence unable to
Oh,
keep back alive. I don't know if I like this Reaper pick. It doesn't seem to be getting a lot of value. There's a Nano Hog, and while he's hacked, he still does a lot of damage. Oh, Ben,
Panera is just not having fun. Sure enough.
no, Ben, how could you do it
Resets.
to Amuse trying to get back to his team?
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. I'm not sure if Panera is working on consistently high ping or what, but I mean, he's just not been having a good match, and that's probably in part due to his internet, I'm assuming. Of course, you have a lot of ultimates on the side of Obligation. They're just going to be able to run in, or let the bench run in rather. And
Again, I
pop,
did
like, 1 or 2
use
ults.
Graviton that last fight as well. It
Yeah,
killed
he
Pip.
did. Oh, beautiful
Oh, that
dragons.
just split the team. Oh, if that hook would have hit, Domination missing a hook on the C team
Oh.
would have hit, it would have killed him. But he'll take Panera instead.
Yeah,
and this Bob will be...
Yep, Bob decides
Oh
to...
my gosh, just
Say
in
hi.
the best place possible.
Nice pick on the
Then-
Kai there. It will take him a while to get back, particularly
That is
because they don't have a
nice.
Lucio. Oh wait, no, they have
And-
they have a Mercy, of course. How could I forget? Okay.
Well, yeah. So you won't
Never
get that.
mind. Everything I just said, ignore it. But now they do
Right.
finally have EMP. They're gonna have Blossom. Pivot does have. Basically, gonna have every ult on the side of the bench, aside from
Right.
the beats, but that's forgivable. Actually,
So I'm looking. They're playing both supports are split off. It'll be a little difficult for Cease to get a good EMP onto both supports.
yeah. But
Okay,
at the
now-
same time,
now
he
they're
really only
moving
needs
together.
to hit Baby. Because she has
Right.
Valve
Empty
Basket.
almost goes down instantly. Must have been a charge
Ooh,
shot.
this is
from
really
Jack.
risky, Wraith. Okay, he does survive for the time being. But Panera doesn't!
Again, getting caught out. And C Team, what is this self-destruct?
I think he just wanted to get the remix so he could be in the fight. They're
He
gonna have
must
to,
have.
They're
It
gonna have
was-
to pop everything just to stay alive.
I mean, only got 10 seconds left. They have to. Sleeping Winston pivots to sleep in Primal. Excellent sleep dart from Basket there, and he's got a nano domination on that Roadhog. It's over already.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's gonna be a full hold.
It's just Panera at this point. First to die. Well, C Team does come back, but again, you're don't even have time to run back.
Yeah, oh, actually, Cease does touch, but
Cease gets it. We'll get the Moira on point. The Reaper
oh, he misses the
not have a very good teleport.
teleport. I think
It
he hit
wouldn't
the
have
corner
mattered.
there. No, he would have died almost instantly, anyways. But regardless,
to 0.
they tried.
Yeah. But 0%. This is going to be a very. This is likely going to be a very quick map.
More than likely, especially
Right.
if they're just gonna run double sniper again. Both Mr. Wolf and Squirrel Ben have been doing such a good job of finding those angles and just
I hate to say it because I get what he's doing. Empty Grin on this Reaper. It works wonders against Sigma and Roadhog. And even the Bob, but when you're getting outranged at every single point, I don't know if... Because it almost looked like he never got into a fight, really.
yeah. I mean, of
with
course,
his
the
stance.
Somber Reaper is the standard meta right now, but Obligation have very obviously no care in the world about what the current meta is. They're just running.
Very
whatever
obviously
they
they realize this and are countering it. I
They're
mean,
just running whatever they want, honestly.
It's-
However, it is
it is.
interesting to note that you do have double sniper coming out on the side of defense now for the bench.
yes.
So
And-
might see. Of course, Squirrel Ben is still on Lonzo, so they will have some range. But it's double hit scans. Oh yeah, never
Widow.
mind. Squirrel Ben now into the Widow. Haven't really seen him play much Widow in the past. Seen a little bit, not a ton. I can't really say, but
Oh, come on.
if it's anything like his Hanzo, he has.
He
a good
missed his
opportunity.
grab onto the building. He's switching again.
Yeah, he's going.
He's probably going to go back to the Hanzo. That was probably
Yeah.
see if he can get a quick pick. Yep. Kai is already taking down to half health and doesn't look like he's getting healed from his team.
Yeah, it looked like Empty Green got a few good shots in there, possibly ceased putting in some body shots as well.
Right.
And
Well,
sure
we'll
enough, Squirrel
see
Ben pops over to the.
a little bit of a split as they try to get Squirrel Ben back to the rest of the team. C team goes in alone on this
He
team and is
gets-
going to get net.
Oh my word, that's terrible. That might be the
That
map.
might be the map right there.
Yep.
Mr. Wolf alone as well, so he'll get picked off. And Squirrel
Ooh,
Ben taken
wait.
out by Empty Grin. These snipers doing work for bench.
Yeah, definitely, especially Empty Grin. He looks a lot more comfortable on this Widowmaker, finding some picks. Got a nice headshot on the Kai there. Of course, the bench needs to keep someone on point 24/7 as they're really close to giving it up.
Finally makes it back.
You need to find some.
Empty Grin is just
No one can hide
throwing down body shot after body shot. D.Va go get the nano, but with Baskin and Squirrelman getting kills, Silvertails will get res back up, but I don't know if it matters. You kind of have the rest of the team on point.
Nera does get the res up, but it looks like the kills are starting to come in for Obligation. You have a little bit of Widow duel coming in here, but it doesn't matter.
Let's be real, wouldn't matter anyway. He died right there, and he was the last one alive for his team. So,
Not actually sure what play of the game is going to be here.
Bob. No, this was on the defense at the very end. Play of the game was one headshot.
Yeah. Oh well. You can only do so much, you know.
Right. Well, so
that was
Slamfire.
dominant.
Slamfire needs to be red, but yeah, that was a little bit one-sided, bit more one-sided than the last game.
Yep, it's going to be hybrid as well, which look at the stuff we got here. So it's going to be Hollywood, Eichenwald, or Kings Row.
Ooh, I want to see Eichenwald. I haven't seen Eichenwald in so long.
Probably going to be Kings, let's be honest.
Yeah, but it's always Kings. It's literally always Kings Row.
Yeah, oh well. Yep, Kings Row.
Kings Row. Okay.
Alright, let's see. So that's set in. Okay, we do have some swaps coming
C team, you cannot go in like that. Not Sebs.
Trigger for basket. Okay, so we do have
Okay. We do have a lot, so go ahead and
Pichu
fix
for
Obligation
Kai.
because we have both of them here.
Pivot for Zed. Zed or Cease.
Okay, Zed needs to be invited, which means someone needs to be kicked because we have
Slimal
Oh,
for
okay.
Panera. Alright.
What?
Well, Bench by far has the most unspec,
Yes.
so they gotta kick someone. Sloth for Wolf. Okay, so seeing probably a more standard lineup aside from maybe Trigger Happy in for basket, but otherwise, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we do have the map.
clickety clack. So we are waiting. I mean, they have 5 minutes in between, so they can decide this quickly. But
Yeah, well, they got about 2 minutes remaining now. Okay, they got Zed in, and
he's
that
here.
was
Yep.
for okay. Same thing.
Pivot. And remember to put pivot to red. But
Yep.
other than that,
We're all good.
Kings
and
Row.
I'm
We're gonna
hoping-
have.
I'm hoping to see that Slimal, possibly with the better internet connection, can.
Yeah, I do wonder if that's why. I mean, you're right. Panini is a good player, but I wonder if it's the internet connection or just his mind lagging.
Yeah. The
So- Because it could definitely be either one of them, and you can't really blame him on if it's his internet. You can't really blame him if it's his mind. I mean, it's the first game. Some of this has got to be figured out. But again, I think the issue right now with bench is communication. C team goes. That last point was capped because C team goes in completely alone, and by the time the Winston gets there, he's already out of mech. You need to figure a bit more out with that.
Right, and they have 1 minute remaining until they be forced to start. Now, I'm very interested to see Slimal perform because, well, Panera is more accustomed to this level of play. Slimal, I believe, just barely made it into intermediate, or possibly was even drafted up from Navi. So this is going to be definitely playing up as opposed to playing at the level, but he does have the potential.
If he was updrafted, then the bench must see something in him.
Yeah, definitely. He seems to have good comms from what I understand, at least from what I've heard.
Say it, but if you're trying to climb rank as a support, if you don't start high, it's kind of hard to get high.
Yeah, definitely. And anyways, we are off to London for the bench's final chance to stay in this series. Of course, it's looked like Obligation has been extremely willing to pull anything out of their hat, really. They've really seemed to enjoy off-meta strategies, especially with Squirrel Ben in particular, you know, not really conforming to the stereotypical
oh my gosh.
stereotypical DPS.
We have a standard composition from Obligation. It's
Yeah, that's
What is
as I say that. But I guess this is to be expected. I'm actually quite interested to see if he choose Zarya now that they're warmed up. Obviously, that first round on Nepal Village didn't look too hot, but you know, everyone's got to warm up.
well, Pichu didn't play Zarya on the first. Did they?
On Village, yeah.
Oh yeah, they
The
did.
very first point where it was very.
Yes.
Regardless, I'm interested to see possibly Empty Grin stick onto this Widowmaker.
I think he's just going for early pick.
Possibly, yeah.
No,
I would love to see it, but oh wow, yeah, okay.
Trigger happy. Orb.
Some nice poke
I will
damage coming
say
in from
Grin is
Sloth there.
actually causing a bit of damage.
Yeah, he's definitely forcing
Out, though.
Obligation to play sightlines a little bit more carefully. They are respecting his power as a Widowmaker who can hit shots, but I mean, unfortunately,
Right.
Sloth was just doing too much damage from the backline, and the damage orb from Silvertal's there was a bit
He's
too much.
off to Sombra.
Oh,
But we're
Zed-
getting pushing. Zed's down with the shatter.
Oh, domination!
That was really quick. Domination. I don't think you want to go that far into the enemy team.
Yeah, oh, that was a nice stagger kill onto Slimer there from Pichu. Pichu definitely seems to be a little bit more warm, as I say. She's like 90 charged, you know.
Yeah, he's around here. He'll go back quick. Plus, he has the taxi from Baby T, so he's already back.
Yeah, Obligation is ready to go.
That was a really fast shatter.
Yeah, but I mean, that happens when you're just no shield, all hammer.
Stones
Whoa!
gets clipped in the back.
Yeah.
Wow, Empty Grin, excellent job on the Sombra to get that kill, and that could be the opening that that bench needs, as Domination will be
Ooh.
the next call.
Nebula finding an early pick as well as Slimal. That's huge.
That's it. They were going to get this point, actually, as C-Team's chasing
Oh.
down Baby T. No one's near point. We're going to see... Is Sloth going to try to contest this? Yes.
Huh.
No.
I guess maybe to charge down the clock a little bit, but that,
It's
I
stalled
would
a
have just
second.
gotten out. Yeah,
A
I honestly
second
would
could
have
mean everything.
Not at this point in the game. Also, interesting to note that the bench has a significant ult advantage. They really only use 2 ults. Their beautiful combo there, finding
Yeah,
2
with that
huge
EMP,
picks.
that old advantage means a lot more, too.
Where was the bench? Where was this bench like 2 maps ago?
Right?
Squirrel Ben is not pleased with the resident.
With the EMP.
Well, okay. I guess Squirrel Ben is jumpy.
I mean, let's put it this way. That's kind of Summer's job, though.
Silvertals already has another coalescence.
He
used
does.
that-
Used it
that, like-
in the point fight.
Yeah, to get point A. Sloth
Yeah.
is looking for an EMP here. He is positioned to get just about everyone over. I think they detected him. Not quite
I
knocked him
am-
out of stealth. Oh, they...
I am looking-
He gets hacked!
He got hacked out of EMP. That's huge. That's gonna be a shatter coming in from Zed.
Oh.
Squirrel Ben trying to keep his team alive. 3 kills with Dust Blossom, and it's gonna be pretty even so far.
It looks like it's going to be in favor of Obligation for the time being. That's C-Team.
We'll have to see what C-Team can do, especially
Wait.
Pichu goes down. There's a
Nebula
lot
might
of
turn
damage.
this. He's putting a lot of pressure onto Trigger Happy. Oh, but
Bench are gonna win this fight. There's no damage.
The bench are coming back.
Oh, there's the hack.
My
CT
word.
able to get back to his team. Yeah, bench win this fight because there's no damage up front.
I don't
on
know
this
if
side of
Obligation are going to be able to contest second. They almost have to give it up.
They do.
Oh,
they can't
with a
do otherwise. And
solid-
Squirrelbait gets killed.
They're still going!
Back to his team.
Oh, he gets hacked out of Coalescence, but the damage is already done. Domination is down.
It is. There is a Sombra. There was a Sombra back here near the cart. They have escaped. Sloth is out of there.
Trigger
Does not
Happy
want to take that
survived
fight.
that fire strike with a sliver of health. However, Obligation has spawn advantage now and a lot of ultimates in the bank, so this is going to be a rough offense, but they have plenty of time to take a few dry fights.
This has been a complete 180 from the team we've seen. And the instant grab the second C team gets
Grabs
it.
right on top of each other, but
I mean, it works. Nebula's gonna get 2 kills, but it's a tie for kills right
Oh.
now. And Domination's just gonna put an exclamation point on it. You don't get the roll past here yet.
yeah, well, he was holding on to that shatter for about 2.5 fights there, so I think he was just antsy to get it going. Sloth looking for yet another EMP opportunity. Hopefully this time Empty won't get the better of him.
And actually, I mean, the reason that shatter works so well, Zed's the first one to get picked off in that fight, meaning there's nothing to block it.
I do like how Slimo is playing further back. He's expecting the EMP. However, Sloth is hacking, or he attempts to hack. He couldn't get it. The peel was too good. That was beautiful.
But that's going to be Slimo able to jump up with his team. He's
Another
still hiding in the back, though.
Coalescence. Huge EMP.
Huge EMP from Empty
Oh,
Green. That's
this-
gonna be an easy press Q win fight.
Domination.
Empty, but I mean, there's not much else you can do here except for Pichu and Domination actually doing a really good job
Oh.
of staying alive.
Nebula is taking these brilliant angles on Reaper. I don't know why he hasn't been playing Reaper more often, although I think he just got subbed in, didn't he? So that would explain
Yes,
it.
he did.
Nice EMP
It's
from
been
Sloth, but
amazing.
it doesn't
Damn.
matter! He doesn't get Slimo!
Excellent, Slimal.
Nice beat from Baby
Talking about,
T.
he's been doing it this entire point, staying back.
He is waiting.
It worked.
Ooh.
The shatter doesn't get anyone because the grab is used to counter it. They're
CT!
going to get this point. It's just stall at this point.
Whatever lack of communication there was, that just got fixed fast.
That was a 180.
I don't know if the bench is just a brawl team or what. I feel like that's almost not the case because they've been playing a little bit of brawl throughout. But
Right. I wonder. So
maybe
Zed
they've just
wasn't
been
grab-
practicing Scrim's Row a bit too much.
right. So I guess one of the questions: Zed, Nebula, Slimal. Do you think they were the difference or no? And Silvertails is new as is he?
Silvertals has been
Was
in
he
the whole
subbed?
time. No,
Okay.
he's been in the whole.
I mean,
he was
this
building
is-
coalescences like once every 30 seconds.
Yeah, this entire team looks completely different.
I
And
think part of it almost has to be having a main support that's not suffering from terrible internet right now.
oh, without a doubt, that's got to be a portion of it. But the other thing I'm wondering, Nebula's on the Reaper. Empty Grin was on it previously.
Yeah, you're right.
Is-
Honestly,
is-
Nebula probably needs to be the starter if you're going to play Reaper, in all honesty, because he's been
That's
playing
what I'm
on,
wondering.
on an entirely different level.
And let's be real, Empty Grin on this Sombra.
Yeah,
is-
he's been performing really well in the Sombra.
I mean, I almost want to take back. I don't want to take back what I said on Reaper, but this Sombra looks to fit him so much better.
Yeah, this honestly looks like more of a comfort pick.
All right, so fairly similar compositions coming out. We'll see Squirrel Ben try to get a pick, and he actually came out on this Widow,
A lot of
so he's
poke
not in
damage
spawn
coming in.
anymore.
Slope looking for an early hack, just cannot find it, whatever he does.
No.
He does finally get onto Zed. That's a good hack target
That-
there, and he will!
and that's an excellent target because
Oh,
Zed
no.
falls. Free firing from Squirrel Ben because there's not
Nebula
a
getting
shield
a
to
bit
block
too-
it anymore.
Now Nebula hacked up. That's going to be
Yeah.
rough for him. He already used his Wraith as well, so even when he gets out of it, he might not be able to survive. They have to give up 2 ticks.
Coalescence.
Already a Coalescence! That's like 40 seconds! What is
It's
this?
2 ticks, but you do have a coalescence from both sides now,
Oh no.
and a shatter. Okay, that's point A.
Yeah, that was slightly faster. I want to say about a
The
minute.
later coalescence plus the amount of time
Oh,
Zed
no.
wasn't able to keep his shield up gave Squirrel Ben so much more room to play with this Widow.
Yeah, well, the bench were just kind of like standing behind Zed's shield, not really doing anything, and it would tick down without any real value being brought out from it, you know, kind of chilling behind it, not really utilizing the giant square in front of them. Sloth does have that AMP, Pichu does have grab, so that's already a fight-winning combo. Huge pick on the
Squirrel.
Nebula.
Oh my gosh. Doing him dirty. He had sights up.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons he got that pick, without a doubt.
Obligation
Zed,
is
you're a
getting
little bit
so
too
much,
large to be hiding.
Obligation are getting so much free push here onto the card. Baby just sitting on
And
the
part
card.
of it, I mean, part of it is Squirrel on this.
Ooh.
Oh, there goes a grab. The hack doesn't go off. Oh, the
Six.
EMP oh, 6. Press Q and fight.
Jeez. Yep.
Oh
Like
my
I said,
god.
that's a fight-winning combo by itself.
Right. Well, meanwhile, this entire time Baby T's been on cart,
They're
and he's
pushing
kind
up
of
to
just playing
third
music
point,
now.
and they haven't even capped second yet. So that's a good sign for Obligation's attack. I was a little bit worried this might happen with you know, the bench just being good on attack here, not really following it up.
Baby's just jamming out, okay?
Yep, I mean, what else are you gonna do? You gotta push the cart. And Lucio is the most
Right.
expendable person in these team fights.
Really.
Ooh.
Oh, if he gets both tanks, that could be huge. Baby T does have the sound barrier to counter it. And we are going to see Silvertails using this Coalescence, as actually Bench had all 6 ultimates for that fight too.
Yeah, except they didn't really need to use that many, and they already won it. It was definitely
Yep.
a soft disengage from Obligation, but they had to back out regardless.
Right, you don't get the kills, but you do get the 30 seconds it'll take for them to regroup.
Honestly, and this wasn't a bad play by Baby whatsoever, but if I were Baby, I'd almost want that beat back, because it didn't really get anything. You still lost the fight. It didn't gain any
No, yeah.
progress.
But again, hindsight 2020. I don't
Yeah.
I think in the spur of the moment you
Oh!
beat there, and that's a huge shut up, but the graph counters it.
Late beat, but it still might save them for the time being. They're gonna need to do something with this, though. They have so many ults.
Oh my god, he gets something in a bit! Baby T!
Oh,
Saying, you know what, this will get me back in good graces after that sound barrier.
yeah. Well, again, the sound barrier wasn't his fault, but at the very least, it's some of that pent up frustration. You know, he's having none of that Death
Right.
Blossom. Nebula can go say hi to the Omnix.
But we will get a full fight here as there's okay.
Okay.
It's over.
Right as you
It's
say, there's
over.
gonna be a full fight. Zed gets all 6 with the shatter. Oh. I guess he was
Okay,
having
so
none of the cart.
And we do get the mega hacked on the room to the side from Empty Grains, so that is another.
However, the bench has 0 ultimates. The closest they're coming up on is the EMP, and that's still going to take a while for MP to build up unless he starts harassing them. Obligation
yeah, let's-
once again have that grab EMP, and that's just fight winning. You don't need anything else.
There's the EMP, it hits
EMP.
5. It's close enough though.
Oh, they finish it off with shatter.
Yeah, that's it. This card's getting pushed in. You're on stall now.
Not sure about the grab there, Pichu, but I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah,
I wonder if that was a fat finger.
Pichu grab.
I wonder if that was a fat finger. But either way, it didn't matter.
About a minute extra on top of what the bench
I
had.
mean, the solo. I don't think that's how you solo grab the Reaper that's being charged into the wall.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I feel like the Reaper was already kind of dead. Maybe save it for the ball that was coming out to stall. I mean, it didn't matter in the long run, but
Right, it didn't. We're all we're all
practice
having
good
fun
habits and
here.
all that.
It's Pichu. This is what Pichu does.
So I think we've established neither of these teams can competently hold on King's Row. So this is just going to be this is just going to be a slugfest.
We
Just be better. Rebranding to Pichu grabs is just going
Our
to be
logo
blank.
is
Okay,
gonna
Kisko.
blank. Oh, you can tell that Obligation is having a bit of fun here.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're up 2-0. They have the better time bank on King's Row. However, that's not to understate the bench's attack was phenomenal. It's just that
Oh no,
Obligation
yeah.
had a much stronger point A attack, and it gave him that extra mid.
But
Honestly,
Empty Grin got that 1 second stall. Or whoever one's got that,
that
1
was-
second stall.
That was slow.
Slow's got that 1 second stall on point.
Rather fast push up here.
Right, they're already
Wow, they
at
already
the statue.
They completely
Oh,
gave
man.
up the choke.
C team's so far forward.
So is Squirrelman. He was playing with the devil there. Or more aptly, he was playing with Nebula there.
Domination's shield is
Oh.
gone. He's got 200 health on it. But
Yeah.
no shield, I guess, for Zed either. C team.
What? Okay, well,
What is-
C-Team
okay.
just decides to fly with the birds for a
I
second.
mean,
C-Team's,
yeah.
look at C-Team's ult charge. That's insane. However, Domination
That
is on
is.
Shatter. But, like,
But look at Dominations in comparison, too.
I know, but at the same time, Grab is so much more difficult to build up that fast, so that's rather impressive. But that's not a good start. C-Team gets shattered as well, so he's not going to get anything out of it. Down to
Yeah.
a minute. Slime'll does pick off Sloth, and that, or Sloth, that is going to be a rather
Zed
good.
is still alive. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, he wasn't going to survive very long in a 4v or a 5v1.
Yeah.
However, Sloth will have a little bit of time where he will not be at the point yet. He doesn't quite have
Well-
EMP, so they're not missing too much. And
Well, he's
Empty-
back. Sloth
Empty
is back.
Grim and C-Team actually have the opportunity to outpace Baby's beat here, and that's going to be huge if they can get one of those big ults off.
But they
with
need
value.
to do it quickly. They got 30 seconds.
Yeah, honestly, look for a shatter now.
And the hack on the Sloth. He can't translocate out. He's
Ooh,
going to
that's
die.
huge. They need to touch though. Nice
Well,
grab.
Grab's gonna get domination. I think you get point here. I think you
died
win
with
this fight.
Grab
Get
as well.
point.
Mind you, all of this is happening before Baby could build up the beat, and that is absolutely massive. That is exactly what they needed here.
Exactly. And while Silvertails uses Coalescence, I believe Slime'll keeps his sound barrier.
Yeah, so that's another huge thing here is that the bench has an extremely good ult economy to push this further into overtime. It's not like they're wasting everything just to take point A. They took it in the clean fight, in the mid fight. They didn't get to
Yeah.
the ult phase, so they're going to be able to keep this choke point and push it rather far into the streets phase, which is going to be difficult, but not impossible for Obligation to get on their own attack. Actually, Empty Grin is also hiding, looking for that EMP. If he can find Baby T as well, he
There it is. It gets 4.
Oh.
Zed's hacked out, so he'll die. Wait. Empty Grin died after his EMP. That's gonna be the nail in the coffin, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, team
Not a
wipe.
bad push. Holdable, but not the easiest thing to hold either. They didn't quite push it as far as they probably should have. I think
But you
they pushed...
capped point A.
Yeah, they did. So that is actually rather massive as well. I think the defining factor there in the defense for Obligation was the fact that Baby stayed further back, waited for the EMP, and then beat it. And that's the main reason why they survived. Obviously, Peter's grab helped a little bit as well to clean up, but I don't know if they would have survived.
Now we've got to ask it. We've got to answer it. Soda or pop?
I believe pop is more of a Midwestern thing.
It is.
And I'm from the Northeast, so
Yeah,
like, I've heard
I-
it being said, but I've heard soda more. Interesting picks here from Obligation, but I mean we've
Yeah.
been seeing non-meta picks the time. Granted, they are an attacker, so they.
Yeah, so I don't think we're actually going to see this, except for Squirrel Ben will probably come out on this.
I wouldn't be shocked to see Sloth actually run out on the Echo for giggles, you know, just because.
Might.
Honestly, I can't blame the bench for picking this team comp. They've been playing it pretty well, in all honesty. It's just been the ult fight that they've been losing, but the mid fight they've been performing rather well on, especially punishing Sloth. Interesting potential swap here. Okay,
Okay, there we go. I'm like, I think
I don't
we're
trust
gonna
it until the gates open because they're on attack.
Right.
I actually trust this now that they're out.
Squirrel Ben misses his first shot.
That's fine. He's just going to be looking for angles and forcing them to get off point so that they
And-
can get a free ticker. So
Domination
getting
first
incredibly
again.
there. Domination's
Zed and Pichu
possibly
both
gonna
get
fall
hacked, and
here.
Domination's low. He's
Yep.
gonna fall quickly.
they gotta back out.
Definitely, Baby T's probably gonna die as well.
No, he's far enough out where he'll survive.
Alright. Squirrel Ben's still over here on this Widow. He'll get out as well.
However, it is worth noting that Silvertals is once again really far ahead in the old charge, and is going to have that coalescence probably in the beginning of this upcoming fight. Domination is getting rather close to that shatter as well, though. But he needs
keeps
to
getting the
survive.
shadow.
He needs to
Sloth and
survive.
Nebula hack. Both Colossus out at the same time,
no.
but the shatter advantage from Domination.
But it
Wasn't
doesn't-
getting one. It didn't hit
Coalescence is
Silver
there.
Trails,
Ooh, Squirrel
who
Ben finds
falls
a
from the
mess.
snipe anyway. But your rest of your team's kind of healthy now. Soundbarrier just comes up
This
to
is
Slimal, so
scrappy.
that's why he can't save anyone else.
Zed falls
It's-
as well. Domination falls too. C-Team.
I think it's over. Pichu's so charged. Pichu's dead, never mind.
Pichu's
I
dead.
stand corrected.
Oh!
It's Lucio versus Sombra!
Baby Ajax! That's massive! Obligation still has a minute and 40.
Slimal! You
Slimal.
are a hero!
Slimal's
from the
feeling
beat.
it. Now, it is
Charging
worth
up the
noting.
beat to save enough of his team.
It is worth noting that Domination has yet another shatter. Actually, Obligation pushing really fast into point.
And
Beautiful!
Grim gets 4!
Beautiful
That fight's
combo.
over. Trigger Happy has to blink out, fade out. I forget what the movement ability is called from
Fade.
Moira.
Now, the challenging thing for the bench here is that they have about a minute left and a tick left for point A. Obligation has a massive ult advantage, but if Nebula can get a lot of unexpected value out of his Death Blossom, this could actually help them
EMP.
survive. But
On to that. Yeah, it was on the 4, I think. Nebula got hit with it. Domination is just going to clean this
they
up.
need to back up here and hold.
Very
second.
smart, yes. Very smart backing up from bench, because this means they'll actually be able to try and fight this for a hold.
They're
Silver
going for
Tail
C-Team
going
right
down.
now. They're chasing him down. And Nebula as well. He probably will die, and he had Death Blossom.
This-
That might be the end.
That's it. So we will see Sombra. Empty Grin's here. He will be able to contest.
Yeah, Empty Grin can contest, but it looks like Pichu is backing up and getting ready for it. Empty Grin needs to do something.
He's right behind the car. He'll contest.
Yeah, but there are
There
three
he is.
people. He makes himself known, but he's not going to
Oh.
survive very long.
Arnold's there too.
How long is he
While the
going to
rest of his
survive?
team's dying. They can't even get out of
Oh,
spawn.
yeah, they can't. And that's going to be a clean 3-0 for Obligation.
Well, was it really clean?
For the most part, I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it did get pretty close at the end on that.
Definitely,
King's Row
the bench
map,
played better than they ever had, but they couldn't quite close it out.
but- right. And just these Reinhardts were just amazing this game.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
Pichu makes a good point. She didn't play Diva.
She didn't, no. But Zarya is rather popular for the meta. So,
Yes.
anyways, let's get this all updated, whatnot, for the final score, and we can get someone in.
From Obligation.
So I'll just ask them. They generally have a good idea.
Yes. All of us want it. They do all want it.
Basket.
Kai wants it so bad.
Kai wants.
Probably get Kai next time.
Let's see. I'll defer to Kizco and get Basket in here.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Where's Basket? Lobby 2. Where's Basket?
Yes.
Oh, there they are. Okay. Move to casting booth 2.
Hello.
Alright, welcome Basket. Oh, let me unmute you. Welcome Basket.
He's
Yeah.
still muted.
Oh,
I
that's
was
a personal mute.
I was
Okay.
hello.
Hello.
Well, congrats on the rather convincing win.
Yeah.
4-3. 5-4, right? Yeah, 5-4.
Yes,
Yeah.
technically.
Let's go ahead, yeah.
Yes. So.
There.
Oh
They've
my
updated.
god! I just realized what your profile picture is.
What do you mean? All I know is a hot anime girl, that's all.
Oh, it's the super cosplay. Anyways, congrats on the rather dominant win. I'm sure you guys are happy to start off the season right.
Yeah.
So, what What were you guys thinking of going into this match? Were you worried about the bench? Were you unsure of what was going to happen?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, man. I kind of just go to scrims and then play and then do good.
What do you think changed in that last map between the first two maps where you basically rolled the bench and then King's Row, where it actually had a semblance of being close?
I wasn't put in, or I wasn't in. Yeah, that's
that's about it.
I can't think of a reply to that.
Yeah, and someone wanted me to say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
Don't get us in trouble with Twitch.
No,
Exactly.
it's nothing. It's like
Pichu
nothing
grabs
I'm in
only.
trouble. Oh yeah, Pichu grabs only though. That's for sure. All right.
All right. Well, do we know who they're playing next week, Akari?
I do. I don't know
If we're allowed to say.
No, we're allowed to say we made the first 2 weeks public.
Okay.
Get up. Drive. Let's see. Schedule. Match organization. Let's see. Next week. Scroll. Obligation versing capitalism, and the bench is versing double cap.
All right. So,
Obligation going against what?
Capitalism.
Capitalism. All right.
how do you think you're going to do against capitalism?
I don't remember who's on capitalism, but all I'm gonna say is gonna be an easy 3-0, and that's about it.
All right. So I do have one final question for you, because Pichu seemed to be rather adamant that she didn't want to touch the Devo. Was that actually planned, or was that just her saying like, "No, I'm gonna do Zarya"?
There was actually no plan. I think we were just running comps. Like, actually, yeah, it kind of was planned because we were just playing comps that like didn't really need Diva. So, because like I remember on Nepal, the like map where the hole is, we already said like before the game that we were gonna run a monkey ball on that map. Yeah.
Well, it certainly worked. You guys definitely seemed confident in your execution of the Super Monkey Ball.
I think that's actually the first time we ever ran it.
Well, the chaos works to your natural playstyle, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, that's all the questions I've got for you. So, unless Falcon or something else.
No, I'm pretty good.
All right. Well, congrats yet again. We'll let you get back to your team.
All right.
Yes.
And enjoy the rest of your night. I believe the other 2 streamed matches are still going on. Actually, it looks like
Mob
Mix
Mentality
Mob Mentality looks like they won 3-0, and Double Cap is currently up 2-0 on Capitalism, as far as I could tell. So go check out the Capitalism versus Double Cap game, because that seems to be still going on.
Double Cap's like a crazy team, actually.
From what I've been hearing, that's the sentiment.
Yeah, we played them in for warm-up scrims. We played 2 maps. They did really good on, I think it was King's Row. And then we still had 15 minutes, and then we just played goats like scrims.
Nice.
Oh gosh.
Nice.
And that's
all right. Well, good luck prepping next week for Capitalism. Or not prepping, I don't know what you do. You do you. I'm not a cop. I just run the games, man. Anyways, we'll let you get back to your team now.
All right. And that is a pretty successful, as the stream is over. Mob Mentality have officially on stream 1.
Well, so go check out DC versus Capitalism. You can at least catch the last map if DC 3-0s.
Right, which maybe.
Yeah, maybe. They can always come back in a reverse sweep. That'd be hilarious. I love seeing reverse sweeps, especially when it's the first week. People lose their minds.
Right. It's still the first attack as well, so we'll definitely see a lot more of that map coming in. But
yeah. All right. That's all we've got. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Follow. It makes Pendy happy to watch the numbers go up.
Akri, why don't we have drops enabled?
Drops enable. I don't do.
You don't have drops
I don't do
enabled.
Twitch, man.
in-game
I just
treat-
press buttons and make things happen. I barely pay attention. But anyways, yeah, that's all we've got. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Congrats to Obligation again. The bench,
Yeah.
you got a lot to work on, but it looked good. Not
Yeah,
not
definitely.
terrible. Anyways, that's all we've got. Go watch the other streams. Peace, not.